What's up, guys? Welcome back to Whiskey Dixon. I'm Sugarbear.
Troy.
We're drinking Wild Turkey Rye Whiskey today. Now, I'm a fan of Wild Turkey.
Yeah.
As a distillery, I really enjoy
It's a name
Wild Turkey.
brand.
Yeah, I mean,
you can count on it, usually.
It's one of the best, like, bang for your buck whiskeys. Like, the 101, which is, to me, like, probably the most popular one that people buy, is awesome. And it's only, like, $20. I mean, it's so cheap.
You got to get it done. That's the whiskey to do it.
And so I figured they probably know their way around a rye whiskey. But after trying this, I really don't know. So
we're going to give it a taste test.
Yeah, I feel like one of the first things I think of with Wild Turkey is, oh, they're going to give you a nice solid proof, right?
Right.
No, this one comes in at 40.5, 81 proof. Yeah, that's a little weak. It's a little weak there, Wild Turkey. Come on now. Actually, more proof might be the only problem here because, again, it's Wild Turkey. I mean, you're talking about...
That's like your namesake.
You're talking about Eddie Russell, who is like a walking legend in the American whiskey community. This is a guy... These guys were distilling bourbon and rye before it was as huge as it is now. You know, they didn't...
The Godfathers.
They did what they did just because that's what they have always done. This is what they do. This is their family name. I love all the Russell's whiskeys. I love all the other, like, Wild Turkey releases.
Now, it smells great.
It smells good. No, on the nose, don't get me wrong. It's a nice, sweet and spicy, like a good balance between sweet and spicy.
Not too fumy. That must be where the...
it's such a low proof. It's like the lowest proof of anything.
The proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding. This is probably the lowest proof of anything these guys make.
Almost smells like pudding.
It's not an expensive whiskey. This only comes in maybe $22.
Right.
But so does the 101, which to me is just such a more rich, powerful whiskey. I wish this was like 100 proof. If you guys were making this like 100 proof, you charge a bit more for it. It'd be so much better because as soon as you take a sip of this,
it goes down. It's down.
It tastes like there's already water in it.
Don't taste much rye at all, even.
No, there's some rye spice. There's a little mintiness. Very faint hint of that dill pickle note that we were getting in the Dickel rye.
Yeah.
But watered down.
But the faintest.
This has all the flavors of that, but just watered down. One thing I do like about this, and they say it on the back, is that it's aged in number 4 alligator char American white oak barrels. What that means is they char the barrel so intensely that, you know, like when you see a piece of wood in a fire, like a fire pit, it starts getting that weird wavy checkerboard pattern to it, you know? That's what alligator char is. And I've seen the term...
Looks like alligator skin.
Exactly, that sort of weird checkerboard wavy look. I've seen that term used for... I think it was Ardbeg had a whiskey called Alligator that was aged in like super heavy char oak. And yeah, that's exactly... It's alligator char literally refers to that wavy checkerboard pattern that you see on the back of an alligator, or just really like burnt wood at a specific amount of burnt. Like there's a specific point.
The depth of burnt.
It gets that sort of weird. It starts cracking apart, kind of like.
Right.
You know, yeah. It's pretty specific, but if you've ever looked at a fire for a certain amount of time, you've seen wood do this. And,
I don't taste it in this.
It's reasonably oaky, but to me, once again, and for me with a lot of American whiskeys, the proof is in the pudding, like you said, and proof is a big selling point with American whiskeys, and proof tends to be your flavor. That tends to be how much of those flavors you're going to taste based on the proof. So as far as I'm concerned, we're tasting as a little of this as we can, because this is about as low a proof as you can get in a whiskey.
I don't get much rye at all.
Yeah, for a budget rye, I'm kind of disappointed.
Like, I don't know.
And for a wild turkey, I'm kind of disappointed, which sucks because, like I said, huge wild turkey fan.
Yeah.
I actually really like all the other whiskeys I've had from them have been great.
Every other whiskey.
This is the only disappointing thing, and for me, it's almost purely the proof. I feel like if this was 90 proof, we'd be getting a lot more out of it. We'd be able to pick apart a lot more flavors because really all I get here.
Bless me.
There's a nice sweet peppermint candy, that you
Tastes
get
like a
from
mild
rye.
bourbon.
Yeah,
Almost.
it's just it tastes watered down.
Yeah.
It already tastes watered down.
It's like when you compare this to other budget ryes, like we did Dickel Rye.
Dickel Rye
had
or like
plenty of flavor to
Old
it.
Pepper, not the single barrel, just the 1776 rye, the 100 proof.
And that's not even that on the same pay scale, really.
No,
Yeah. So
because Wild Turkey is
$20.
a name to be reckoned with.
Right.
I mean, they're
been around
known for
forever.
producing better quality whiskeys than the price point reflects.
Yeah.
They're known for punching above their weight as far as their releases. So this one's kind of a disappointment. I hate to say it. It's not bad. I would drink it. Would I buy this again? No.
If it had the rye taken out, yeah, I'd drink it. But it doesn't taste like rye.
It
It's
barely.
barely.
Yeah,
Not
it's-
enough to warrant the namesake.
It just needs more proof. I think if you're listening to us, Eddie Russell, Wild Turkey, proof this up a bit. But give us at least like 90 here because,
Punch me in the face.
yeah, hurt me. Like, you guys are known for being,
Yeah. 1920s box me,
yeah,
bro.
exactly. Like, this is just lacking. Any final thoughts on this Wild Turkey Rye?
Hey, that's about the final thought that I
A little disappointing.
had.
Yeah, that's my final take.
Like,
on
I
this.
like ryes. I love ryes.
I love rye.
And this
We
has
both love rye.
the least taste of rye I've had in any rye whiskey.
Of all the whiskeys we've reviewed so far, this is the thinnest and least impressive.
Yeah.
I would rather have something harsher, at a higher proof, and spicier and more punchy than this. And to me, this is not a good representation of what Wild Turkey is as a distillery and does. I feel like all their other whiskey is so much better than this. And a huge part of that is actually the proof. I just feel like they could have proofed this up a bit.
Yeah.
And then we'd be getting a lot more flavor notes and a lot more richness and depth.
You think they did this for the market or anything? Like,
Maybe it's a cocktail thing. Maybe this is
Yeah.
purely made as a cocktail mixer. But I feel like even then,
you're not even getting any rye
it's
flavor.
not gonna hold up in a cocktail.
Yeah.
It's already hard to taste
Yeah.
straight. So like, if you're mixing this with
You're
stuff,
just saying cocktail ingredients.
yeah, I don't know.
definitely.
I don't know.
Just
I feel like
tasting
this is just a swing and a miss. I think this is just too much water and not enough rock. That's my final opinion. And for the same price, you can get Dickel Rye, just substantially better. If you wanna actually like a fun, complex, deep, like sweet pickle
flavor
rye.
profile in any degree.
Yeah, this is just lacking. This is just overall lacking and watered down.
I'll still drink it though.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, it's easy to drink. That's the one thing. It's super smooth, but to me, Wild Turkey's not about being smooth. Wild Turkey's about punching you in the dick, and so we're, yeah, this is a miss. This just, to me, is not indicative of Wild Turkey. Well, this is our honest opinion. If you enjoyed the review, subscribe, thumbs up, check us out on Instagram, Whiskey Dixon Reviews, Sugarbear.
Troy.
We are Whiskey Dixon. Till next time, cheers. Keep on drinking.